In mid-April 2022, I travelled down to Kokstad to the Mount Currie Caravan Park, which is located in the Mount Currie Nature Reserve about 6 kilometers from the town of Kokstad. The caravan park is set amongst beautiful mountains and farmlands and is on the banks of a dam that supplies drinking water to the town. Being in a game reserve, there are zebras and blesbok and guinea fowl and water birds in abundance. And I had great fun trying to sneak up from tree to tree like a 5-year-old to get a better picture. They were pretty good-natured about it though and tolerated my antics with a relaxed good-naturedness. The dam was very full after abundant rains at the end of the previous year and for the first 4 months of 2022. I was told that the water usually only comes up to about 20 meters from the shore, and could see by the submerged trees that it was a lot higher than usual. The dam provides all sorts of opportunity for having fun, from swimming to boating to fishing, or just paddling around on the water. Speedboats with petrol engines are allowed on the dam, so skiing is on the menu with plenty of water to play on. There are launch sites at the dam for your boat, and pricing is 90 Rand a year for a license, and launching is free for the year if you have a license, so very affordable. The launch ramp was underwater during my stay, but I'm assured that it works well when the dam experiences normal water levels. I was able to launch my blow-up canoe from right outside my tent and had some lovely paddles and fishing jaunts while I was there. There are the usual range of freshwater fish here. The dam is stocked with bass, and in the summer when the water is warmer, the fishing is supposed to be quite good. This area is about 1,500 meters above sea level though, and it gets very cold here in winter. I found that it was pretty chilly during my stay, especially at night when it went down to about 2 degrees on some nights at around 5 o'clock in the morning, so an extra blanket or two when necessary. Kokstad gets snow 2 or 3 times during the winter, with some snowfalls being very heavy. Telephone and internet reception here is not good. I was able to get a good internet signal by putting up my Pointing X-Pulse 6 internet booster, which boosts the signal by 11 decibels, and I could then stream sports and videos quite well. But without the booster, I got nothing. Pricing here is very good at 80 Rand per day per person, which is discounted to 65 Rand a day per person for pensioners. I don't really like the fact that I'm an old codger now, but it is nice to get some benefits out of it, and there are quite a few little benefits that take the sting out of old age. I just forget what the other benefits are right now. There are no monthly rates at the park, and pets are not allowed into the park. I did some fast talking and some pleading and some name dropping when I booked in, and eventually they relented, and Abby was allowed in because there are generally no other people at the campsite at this time of the year. Due to the cold and some more rain, she spent a lot of time in her favorite spot on my lap. In the warmer summer weather, she won't sit on my lap, but in the winter she waits patiently for me to settle down to watch a movie or some sport, and then she's straight onto my lap and moans a bit when I have to move. She's very funny generally, very human in some ways, and is a constant source of amusement for me. The high dam level raised the groundwater level, and after a little more rain my tent floor became a muddy swamp, which was very unpleasant. My ground sheet was ruined. My lovely neighbors, Anita and Vessel, brought a big roll of ground sheet material to my next venue on the KZN South Coast a few weeks after I'd left Mount Currie, which was very kind of them. I now have a lovely new ground sheet which gives me lots of pleasure every time I go outside. Caravan people are often ready to help at any time and are often enormously nice people. There are no washing machines for caravanners to use. The water from the taps is very tasty and I'm told is good drinking water. I used it throughout my stay and I had no problems. The ablution block is located in the middle of the park and is typical of park sport ablutions. It's old and could do with a good overhaul, which is unlikely to happen anytime soon. There is hot water sometimes, and sometimes there's no hot water. That's just the way it is. There are many walks in the area and I enjoyed riding my bike on the dirt roads, although the countryside here is very hilly and so there are lots of uphill sections. The road from town is tarred for the first 3 kilometers and dirt for the last 3 kilometers to the caravan park. Both have sections of potholes and bad patches, but I was able to get there and back quite easily in the BMW towing my caravan. Kokstad has most of the largest shopping franchises, and it was a great pleasure to be able to get whatever I wanted again after being in the smaller country towns for the past 6 months where shopping is very restricted. This is a beautiful part of the world. I stayed for 3 weeks and then I couldn't stand the cold any longer, so I moved on to the coast at the beginning of May for some warmer weather, which is absolutely great. An average rating for this caravan park from 5 campers who passed through while I was there is 6.5 out of 10. All agreed that it would probably get up to a rating of 7 or higher if there was regular hot water for showers and if the ablutions were cleaned up. But it's a lovely place to spend some time and offers a different perspective on country caravanning.